Yes, you already know who it is. Two of the best bad guys in the biz. I go by Steph Ronin. That's my main man, Aaron McKee.
What up, y'all?
And y'all already know what to do as we coming to you with this week's AEW review.
404 Heels, baby.
That's right.
Starting with Collision, bro. Who's this bitch, Lady Frost?
Okay.
They need to sign her instantly, bro.
So Lady Frost has had a plethora of matches in AEW, right? She's part of the independent scene. I like her, to be honest with you. Like,
yeah,
I like her whole gimmick, the whole everything about her. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why they haven't signed her full time to AEW. You know what I'm saying? I think she'd be do I think she's a superstar? Nah. But I think she could be like an upper mid Carter if they use her right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, Toni Storm versus Lady Frost.
Yeah. Toni Storm cuts a promo that everyone's loving on the internet. She runs outside the stadium. You know, she's doing everything. I think they said it was a big shout out to, like, because WWE cut a bunch of LGBT people. So, like, she said, I'm here and I'm queer. I think it's kind of like inviting those girls to come over to AEW because I think it was shots fired. That's what the internet's kind of saying, bro.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't even. Okay.
I'm here. Yeah. Yeah, shit's crazy, but great match, bro. It was a great match.
Yeah.
Toni Storm, I like these qualifying matches to then they specifically say if you beat Toni in this match, you get a match to face her. I like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Those eliminator qualifying matches. That's what they are. I like that too. But let's talk about before the match even happened, right? So who came out? Adam Cole, baby.
Yeah.
That boy
he's doing some broadcasting, bro.
Right, but your boy couldn't find the booth. At one point, you saw that shit. He was like, he was like pointing.
He said, "Where do I go? Where do I go? It's over there. All right, I'll come over there, guys."
Because the booth wasn't ringside like it normally is. It was behind some audience, so he didn't know where he was going. Like, do they? I guarantee you on everything, they do not have production meetings because there's no way this man should not know where the commentator's booth at, bro.
You need something, bro. They need something. Motherfuckers like, where?
Tony Khan was like,
I'm coming, bro.
Tony Khan was like, damn, Lady Frost ain't ready. Hey, Cole, get out there, man. And do what? Go commentate.
Hell yeah.
On the fly.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that shit was good. Cole actually is a pretty good announcer. Like
I'd rather listen to him do that than me in the ring. Let me tell you that much.
Damn. That's cold-blooded, bro. That's cold-blooded right there. But yeah, him and the Paragon. But no, bro, highlight of the match for me was the that Lady Frost moonsault off the apron. Shit was crazy, bro. She's nice, but I don't know why they don't sign her full time. But obviously, Toni Storm's win, so she don't get a chance at the title. But I don't know why they don't sign her full time, man.
Yeah, we'll see. She's got talent, bro. She's got talent.
Crazy 4-way match coming right up for another $100,000. What are these $100,000 matches in AEW, bro?
That's what I was gonna ask you. Do you think they actually get the money?
Fuck no.
That's what I'm saying, because it's predetermined. It'd be fucked up to be like, it's $100,000 match. Let me give you this money, but you're winning. You know what I'm saying?
And I'll be like, you know what? Since we all gonna do that, why even bang my body up? Just give me the motherfucking money then, bro.
Yeah.
So yeah, Sammy Guevara.
But what's crazy? Could he possibly, Tony Khan, give this money to all the wrestlers and just split the $100,000? You know what I'm saying? Since they're involved in this match, because I forget who I was listening to. I want to say it was Vince Russo. He was talking about Vince McMahon at like WrestleMania 1, WrestleMania 2, like all his overhead money he made, he would just cut checks to motherfucking wrestlers. Cut checks. Yeah. They were like, dudes at WrestleMania 3 were getting $1 million checks just because Vince that's all he cared about, was caring about his people. And I feel like Tony Khan is kind of like that. So maybe if this is a $100,000 match, maybe since there was 4 of them, each of them get $25,000 or something. Maybe. I don't know.
Or maybe they actually do put $100,000 on that boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, speaking of money and Vince McMahon, I want to say this quick story right quick. Kevin Nash on his pod, he told a story. He was like, you know, when they was calling for the NWO, to come back in the mid 2000s. We were supposed to be the poison that killed WWE, right? And Scott was on the board, and Hogan was aboard. I wasn't. And the whole week they kept calling me, calling me, and he talked to, I forgot who he said, he talked to someone in the back, and he was like, "Yo, what's the problem, Big Kev? What's going on? It's gonna be big." And he's like, "It's no problem." He said, "Last time I was with you guys, I did WrestleMania with Taker, and Taker got $50,000. And you told me the purse was even. I didn't get that."
Yeah.
Still holding on to that shit years later, right? He said he got off the phone. He looked at his wife. His wife was like, "You really not gonna go?" He was like, "Nah." He said, "Don't worry, we got $50,000 coming our way." He said, literally the next day, knock at the door, fucking FedEx check for $50,000, and he said, "Okay, when you want me to show up?" You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
That's one thing about Kevin Nash. You gotta respect. Like, he's about his money. He was about the money and how he can get it, because I guess he grew up in the era where he did say this. He cut a promo. Again, it happens every generation. That cut a promo on the previous generation. He said, "You guys, the old guard, took everything and left nothing for the young guard. We have nothing but crumbs." So he saw that, and he was all about that cheese, bro. That's why Kevin Nash, you'll never hear Kevin Nash talking about he has money problems. Kevin Nash is,
okay, well then he needs to buy a better mic than that goddamn headset he got on the goddamn podcast, bro. If he got money, he cheap as fuck, bro. He like Chad Ochocinco. He cheap as fuck, bro.
Hey,
this motherfucker's still wearing a fucking headset from fucking Call of Duty 2020, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, that boy Kevin Nash got that damn Bully Ray headset, bro. From fucking Busted Open. But I say that to say this, like, yeah, Vince McMahon cutting checks. I never knew that. If he had an overhead, he started passing money out. I bet you Shawn Michaels got a lot of that money. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Shit. Stone Cold probably saw a lot of that. The Rock probably saw a lot of that. A lot of these motherfuckers probably saw a lot of that, bro.
Shit, $100,000 four-way match. Oh, so Sammy Guevara, Kevin Knight, AR Fox, and Roosh. Obviously,
bro,
Guevara won.
AR Fox is getting disrespected, bro.
Too many times.
He's the highlight of the matches, and he gets disrespected on Dynamite too. We'll talk after. Yeah, right. He wrestles on Dynamite. No, this is just Collision. He's just on Collision.
He was on Collision this past.
And he takes the fucking pin from Sammy Guevara.
Yeah.
And then did you see online, Sammy Guevara tweets, "One door closes, another one opens." I was like, did this man just win on AEW and then his contract's up? Is that what's happening right now? Because he's still the tag champs right now with Dusty.
Okay, well, maybe that has something to do about the $100,000. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe, bro.
That sounds
but
like...
he wins the match, pins AR Fox. We get Roosh and Kevin Knight going off in the back. We'll talk about that on Dynamite. Pissed off, but we'll talk about it. But Sammy Guevara, like literally the next day on Twitter, says, "When one door closes, another one opens." So everyone thinks this motherfucker's gone from AEW. I don't know what's going on though.
I don't know. That's weird. I didn't even see that. Damn.
Yeah.
I didn't even see that.
I don't even know what that could mean. I don't even know.
I noticed that when Sammy Guevara came out to the ring, right? Who was with him?
Dusty.
And if I was Dusty, bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I won't just walk you out to the ring. But the dedication is real with Dustin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he put face paint on him. That shit takes some time, bro.
He older though. He only does half the face. He's like, I'm not doing the whole face no more, bro.
I ain't even do half the face. If I ain't wrestling, what the hell I'm putting this face make? Like, dedication is real with that one, bro. But what I find interesting is that we haven't seen Sammy Guevara on AEW TV like for months. And then the first time he gets back, he wins them.
Yeah, that I was shocked, bro. I was shocked that he won the match,
bro. There was two.
So shocked.
There was two people in that match that deserved and should have won it. Either AR Fox or Kevin Knight.
Yeah, that's it. I came into the match. I was like, Kevin Knight's winning this match 100%, bro. Like, he has to win this match. And then I was like, Sammy Guevara. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see where it goes. But and then you saw, who was in the rafters that match? Wasn't that hologram up in the rafters?
It was hologram.
What the fuck does that mean?
That means hologram might be coming for that damn because he's the Ring of Honor.
No, he ain't nothing. Sammy Guevara's a tag champ.
Yeah, he's a tag
That's
champ.
why it made no sense to me. I was like, okay, hologram's up there. Sammy Guevara's a tag champ. He wins the match, but then points to hologram. It was weird booking to me. Sometimes AEW does this. I'm like, it makes no sense. And then sometimes they don't fill in the gaps.
Yeah. I thought he was, but wouldn't he look? It looked like he was. Oh, was he looking at Roosh?
Maybe. We don't know who hologram was looking at, but we know Sammy Guevara was looking at hologram at the end of the match, bro.
We can't tell.
We don't know. He got the mask on, bro. We don't even know. That shit could have been Harley Cameron. We don't know.
You right. You damn right. We don't know who the fuck the hologram. Shit. Well, damn, I don't know. I hope this will be a beginning of a good feud between him and Roosh. I think that would be dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
Who knows?
But we because of Dynamite, we know where Roosh is going though. He's going towards Kevin Knight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they ended up being completely taken out of the match and going to the back, the locker room, and then it was kind of just a one-on-one with AR Fox and Sammy Guevara.
Right.
The match was kind of suspect, bro.
It was.
Sometimes we gonna call AEW out.
Yeah, you have to.
Shit made no sense. This whole match made no sense.
This match felt like Tony Khan just threw this motherfucker together at the last minute.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it didn't have no rhyme or reason to the fucking match at all.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
All right, moving on to Megan Bayne and Harley Cameron.
This is my favorite women wrestler in the game right now.
Hey, she tough with it, bro. And she long with it too. So like she tough. She mollywhopped Cameron, but I'm not gonna front. I thought this was gonna be a squash match. Cameron put on a
Harley showed out a little bit, bro. Harley showed out a little bit.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah,
she put on quite a little show. So I said okay. Mm-hmm. So again, I think Penelope Ford got involved. Yeah, and then Anna Jay comes out, and that falls into what we got to see talking about on Dynamite. But
you think this leads to a tag match with Anna Jay, Harley Cameron versus the Megasis and Penelope Ford at Double or Nothing in Arizona?
That's a good question. I don't know about Double or Nothing. Maybe Beach Break or something like that. But Double or Nothing.
Well, Beach Break coming, bro. It's coming.
But they didn't announce all the matches though.
Nah.
So Tony Khan always gonna pull some shit out his ass like this out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? He got an impromptu match. You know what I'm saying? So who knows? But I don't think that's a Double or Nothing type of.
You don't think so?
Nah.
No.
Because
I want to see it.
Because Anna Jay, she came back from a long hiatus, and then she did a couple of things for a couple months, and then she disappeared.
Yeah.
Like that is one of the most mystery, mind-boggling things about AEW. You bring people on TV, you get them heavily featured for like weeks. Like you see them on Collision and Dynamite, and then all of a sudden they go ghost. Like, what is going on?
But it's not an AEW thing, bro. It's a WWE thing too, because you got to think Alexa Bliss came back. Royal Rumble was in the Elimination Chamber.
That's true.
Ghosted.
Yeah.
Until we see her on Friday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Until we saw her on SmackDown. And
so like, people will call out AEW does this, WWE does that. No, they both fucking do it.
That's true.
They both do it, man.
That's true.
It's a business. I think it has both rosters are too big.
Too bloated.
Too big. Too bloated. Both on both sides.
So what did you think is the conclusion to that? Like a solution? Do you think
like AEW a solution? There is. You just gotta cut, motherfucker.
You gotta cut because none of them do.
Because we ain't watching more shows.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
People were already mad that Backlash. People are like, I'm not watching Backlash. I'm like, that's crazy work. Like, I'm gonna watch a WWE event on Saturday. You know what I'm saying?
Why did I want to watch Backlash?
People were like. People just like, I'm not going to watch it because I'm not interested. I was like, well, I mean, I love WWE and you never know what could happen type. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to watch it.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I am. Like, if there's a, like, AEW event, I'm going to watch it. That's just who we are. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I would never be like, I'm not excited for this. I'm not watching it. That's crazy because you never know what could happen.
No, see, that's the thing. I don't have to be all the way hyped up, like WrestleMania hype, to watch any kind of PLE or pay-per-view. Like, even if I'm not that hyped, I'm still gonna fucking watch. Like, as soon as we're done, bro, I'm gonna hop on Backlash and peep it out. I didn't watch yesterday, so I'm gonna watch, and I'm gonna watch with wide eyes open. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what else is going to progress. Because again, like we talked about last week. Now my mind is right. That shit phased me for so long. Like I'm going into watching WWE. I'm like, man, what's the banging matches and all this type of shit. Now I'm going into it with what's the storylines? What else is going to continue? What moments they going to give me? That's what I'm watching it for. Now I see. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't go into AEW talking about what's the storylines and what moments they're going to give me. I don't care. The matches is what I care about. So it's possible for you to watch different products and expect different things. Like you wouldn't watch an NBA game and then watch a hockey game and expect the same fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, where's the goalie at in the basketball? There ain't no fucking goalie in basketball.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So it's okay to watch for different things. And matter of fact, that's the beauty of us not being tribalist. We get the best of both worlds. We get to enjoy both products.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand why people can't just separate the fucking different. I don't get it. You like all the time I post on Twitter, I'm like, you can just enjoy both.
Right.
Like people will be like, the main event, this is pro wrestling. This is what it's supposed to be about. It's not that gymnastic shit. I was like, yeah, it's not gymnastic shit, but you can also like the gymnastic shit. You know what I'm saying?
So to all the WWE fans who say that shit, this is not gymnastic shit, I want to hear them what they're gonna say about Javon Evans when he jumps onto the main roster.
Oh, because he's super. Well, he might not be going to the main roster after that Twitter shit.
Hey, that back and forth with him and Ricochet, bro. Somebody didn't media train that boy. Like, you don't do that.
And to be fair to Javon Evans, what is he, 22, bro? He's so young, bro. And he had a match in AEW. I saw it online. He had a match in AEW, so he had a little tryout. But, bro, especially you can't argue with Ricochet on Twitter right now. No one's gonna win that battle, bro.
Hell no. and it's like, I feel like you know what they marketing Javon Evans as? You know what they market? You know what his gimmick is?
A Ricochet 2.0? Who are you talking?
Javon Evans. You know what his whole persona, what he is, what they're trying to.
He's just like a young kid, like, I'm here, I'm making it type shit.
You said half of the thing. It's some new shit I learned the last couple of months since we've been doing the podcast on the internet. There's this thing called YNs. He's supposed to be a YN, bro. Take a look. And I was like, what the fuck?
Bro, me and my boy, I doubt he watches this. Skylar told me YN, and apparently I'm not allowed to say it because of what the N means. But the shit was funny because he was like, his buddy said some shit, like posted something and said YN, and he was like, bro, you can't say that because of what the N word means. And I was like, oh. And now that he said that, I see YN like all the time now, bro. All the time.
Yeah, because I didn't know what the fuck that shit was. Like, I had to Google that shit, but Google it don't tell you like the ending part. You know,
Google's like, I can't say it either, bro.
Like, nobody can say this shit. So I had to fucking go on Black Twitter or something. You know
that shit's funny you brought that up, bro. Me and my buddy were talking about it. Skylar, shout out Skylar. We was talking about it at fucking work, bro. That shit's hilarious, bro.
I didn't know what that shit mean, but that's what they trying to market Javon Evans as the YN, as the YN of fucking WWE. Crazy work, bro. See,
that's hilarious.
Vince McMahon's not even there, and they still doing this shit. Shit, man. Look, bro, that shit was good, but shit. Moving on to Brody King and Josh Alexander.
You already know I hate this match. You already know.
You ain't like it, did you?
No, I love that. You know why I hate the match. Do you know why I hated the match? How did it end? Submission. No, it ended in a fucking time limit, bro.
Wait, hold on. Let me get my notes right.
Josh Alexander, Brody King, time limit.
Shit.
I fucking hate it, bro.
But at least
I hate that time limit bullshit,
at least
bro.
Brody King ain't take another L, bro. I hate when they keep letting them lose, bro.
I think that's why they did it. They couldn't let Brody King take a loss, and they couldn't let their new guy take a loss.
So you know what I was thinking? I was like, if Brody King is taking all these L's, but you can hear the crowd when they come out, they pop for him. They like doing the dog bark. You know what I mean? Is it possible that Tony Khan is booking Brody King to lose, just to get the crowd behind him. And then once he starts winning.
That happens. That happens all the time, bro.
Can you see Brody King being the next TNT champ?
I mean, anyone's better than Adam Cole for me. So, yeah.
Shit, bro. You do not like that.
Do you honestly want to? I think because wasn't Brody King with Buddy Matthews?
Yeah.
And Aleister Black or Malachi Black?
Yeah, I mean, they're still together. They're the Hounds of Hell.
Yeah. But, I mean, you know, Aleister's already back in WWE. I want Buddy Matthews to get a motherfucking belt very soon in AEW. I know he's got the ankle injury from the bum-ass ring from Grand Slam Australia. Yeah. He talked about it on Chris Van Fleet podcast. Well, he didn't talk about the bum-ass ring. He just talked about the ankle injury. But I would love nothing more for Buddy Matthews. Dude, I don't know what it is about this guy. That match against Okada, it made me the biggest Buddy Matthews fan, bro. This dude deserves everything. Honestly, he deserves to be back in WWE. But if he's in AEW, give this man a belt.
And you know what? The crazy thing is, I rock with Buddy a lot because he's that damn good in the ring. And I call him the silent assassin. Don't really talk a lot, but just do work, right? You know he had a chance because his contract was up a year ago in AEW. And he was this close with going back to WWE, but he decided to stay because he wanted to finish the House of Black shit. Yeah. And to only have the leader of House of Black to go right back to WWE.
Yeah.
You know, so, but again, maybe he don't want to go back to WWE and be outshadowed by his wife. You know what I mean? He wanted to keep it separate. You know what I mean?
That is a tough situation, bro. You're always comparing yourself to your wife if you're in the same company. You know what I mean? It'd be tough.
You know,
it'd be tough.
It is. But I thought this match was good. This was a fucking great match. The ending, not so much, but this was a good. Josh Alexander, let me tell you something about this guy. I've learned from the last 3 weeks watching him. He, again, the little things. He does like little things that if you don't pay attention, you'll miss. But it adds so much to the match when you're focused on the match, man. So, again, and I agree with you. To me, Brody King is the best big man in the game right now. Like, agile, everything. It ain't too many things that he can't do inside that ring except do a fucking 450 splash. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I like Brody King. I want him to start getting some wins, and I want him to get a title around him because I think he has that star power to, you know, people. There's not a lot of men in AEW built like Brody King. You know what I'm saying? So, and I like that they have. That's one thing about AEW that is dope. They have different size of men. You know, like all men ain't muscular and fucking cut. They got flabby. They got, you know, it's like that old school wrestling shit, like Dusty Rhodes, baby. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker was jubby lubby, but he'll bust your ass. You know what I'm saying?
The bionic elbow,
bionic elbow. A little funky like a monkey for your ass. Shit, but yeah, man, that shit is good. But hey, we're gonna come up with our next boy, Max Caster, bro. Yo, let me tell you something.
The best wrestler alive, Max Caster, best wrestler alive. And this was the perfect opportunity for Max Caster to get a win.
Right.
Because it was against Daniel Garcia, baby.
Who wants to come out? Then here he come. You know what I'm saying? I know I was like, God damn it, bro.
I said, motherfucker.
But Dan Garcia gonna go over, but no, wait a minute. No. Yeah.
No, it's Daniel Garcia, bro.
Yeah. Oh, I'm tripping because I wrote down Gates of Agony. Them motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, that's the next. Yeah. They come out in a squash match.
Them motherfuckers crazy, but
how long does this Matt Caster shit go for?
It needs to go on as long as it still is fresh because people are catching on. And I'm gonna tell you like this.
He was laughing this time. He couldn't even start the chant, bro. He started laughing, bro. He was like, Max Caster, but he was like, Max Caster the best.
He said, this is all horrible. Next time I come back, y'all need to get it right.
He said, I can't believe y'all getting this shit, bro.
No, well, he's laughing because people are actually saying it along with him. That's why he's laughing. I can't believe they're actually going along with it. I thought they would boo me, but they actually like this shit. Because, again, I like Max Caster. I think he needs to keep this shit going. I'm going to tell you like this. Max Caster on his own is doing a whole lot better than his fucking partner, the 5'2" player, blah, 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 blah.
Bro, it's bad.
It's bad, right? Buzz Lightyear looking ass come out there. Yeah. It's bad. It's bad, bro. Like, I don't care if he got Billy Gunn with him. Still bad.
Yeah.
I'm not with it.
I think the best opportunity for Max Caster is like maybe like a ROH belt come out and challenge him and put the ROH title on the line, and then Max Caster actually wins.
Yeah. Yeah. RH TV champion Max Caster.
Yeah, something like that. Against what's his name?
Bandino.
Fuck, who is it?
No, Bandino's the RH champion. Oh.
No, the guy in fucking Christian's kid.
Oh, Nick Wayne.
Nick Wayne. There you go. I can't believe I was tripping on his name. He won in Japan, by the way.
Oh, he won the fucking G1 tournament?
Yeah. And Mercedes Moné lost her belt in Japan.
Really?
She didn't take a pin, though. It was a triple threat.
See? Shoulders don't get pinned to the mat again. But
she said, I ain't taking a pin, but I'll lose the belt.
More and more fans are actually chanting along with Max Caster, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. So, they're loving him.
But you know what? I'm going to tell you something like this. Gates of Agony. There's something to them. I like them. There's something about them.
They're growing on
They're growing on me. You know what I'm saying? At first, I'm like, who are these dudes? Like, But now, every week, and I'm seeing something. I'm starting to see something.
Yeah.
See, one thing about wrestling.
So is this a double or nothing match? Big Bill, Brian Keith versus Gates of Agony?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Because they call him out to the parking lot. They're like, come out, fight in the parking lot, which I thought the parking lot fight was very, very sloppy. Very sloppy.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
But you know, everything can be perfect, but it was very sloppy. It was very sloppy. I was like, okay, all right. Maybe you should have cut it out a little bit earlier. Y'all left it going a little too late.
Cut it short. You just see Brian Keith jump on the motherfucker's back, and he's like,
biting his goddamn muscle neck.
Yeah.
Like a damn gremlin and shit, bro. But yeah, I want to see Gates of Agony. I want them to use these people because I promise you, Han, he goes to WWE. Even as a mid-carder, he'll still get a push because he got the look.
The WWE fans are calling Gates of Agony the Temu bloodline, bro.
Why?
The Make-A-Wish bloodline, bro. I don't, because they kind of look Samoan. I don't know, bro.
Only one of them is Samoan. The other one is not even is no Samoan at all. Like, what? See,
you know the internet, bro.
Yeah.
You know the internet.
Yeah, I know it too well now. Shit. God damn it, man. That is the only negative about doing this pod. It made me be on the internet a lot more than I usually be. And I'm like, this motherfuckers is stupid, bro.
People are crazy, bro.
Crazy.
Yeah.
All right, we get Paragon versus FTR.
You talk about it.
2 out of 3 matches.
You talk about it. I don't give a fuck.
Look, let me tell you something.
I hate that FTR had this great heel turn and they're fucking ruin it on the fucking Paragon, bro. I really love Roderick Strong.
Mm-hmm.
I really like him. He's talented. O'Reilly, not for me, bro.
Right.
Not for me.
Right.
Adam Cole, not for me.
Right. I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
But you can't deny this match was good, bro. This was a good main event. 2 out of 3 falls match. It was good. I gave it.
And why is Paragon a better name than Undisputed Kingdom? Why is that a better name?
I don't know. I would like to know who.
Is it because it's one word?
Maybe the WWE hit him with some kind of trademark infringement or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
They said, hey, stop using that name, bitch.
I don't care if you do have Kingdom on it. Undisputed.
Yeah.
No, but there's a crown behind it that represents Kingdom. No, that just says Undisputed on the shirt. So I think that has something to do with that, man. But I thought this was a good match, bro. Like, I'm not going to front. Like, this was a good, technical, great classic tag team wrestling match. Back and forth.
The foot on the rope was a little late.
It was.
I don't know if he did count to 3 or not.
It was.
I was like, it was a little late, but they counted to 3, restart the match. FTR gets the win. Of course, they're the heels. They got to win.
But you notice when he put the foot on the rope, Roderick thought that they won, so that gave them a great opportunity to start attacking them, and then hit the motherfucker with the Shadow Machine. So it played into the match.
Bro, FTR's finish, bro, the way they just launch that motherfucker in the air and then come down on the knees, bro, that's gotta hurt, bro. I don't care who you are, that shit's gotta
Shadow
hurt
Machine,
so
bro.
bad.
Like, I like it, man. I need to see more of that Shadow Machine. That's what I need to see more of.
Shit was crazy.
But that was good. Shit, that's it, bro. I mean, this was
Collision.
Decent Collision. It wasn't bad. You know what I'm saying? It was good. You know, it was a Collision show. You know what I mean? Yeah. You can only expect so much from Collision. It ain't Dynamite.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I would hope in the future AEW, like, because we all know Collision's the B show.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In WWE, sometimes SmackDown's the A show,
Yeah.
sometimes Raw's the A. But in AEW, I feel like they very, very much make Dynamite the A show.
Yeah.
And Collision is definitely the B show.
Without a doubt.
Some weeks I think you got to have a lesser Dynamite and have a out of this world fucking Collision.
Yeah.
And that'll make it, I think it would help a lot. I think it would.
Well, I mean, it would help as far as making people tune in because you don't know if you're going to get a decent show or you're going to get a great show. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So flip-flop.
It would make the eyeballs.
Yeah.
The eyeballs.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into the meat. That damn Dynamite Hangman Adam Page.
Bro. Fire.
Bro. Then you got Ospreay. And, you know, so I'm going to cut it right here for a second because I had no idea that Ospreay had said these things before he came on Dynamite and shit. And that's when I started finding out. Bro, there's a lot of people mad at Ospreay, bro. It's a lot of people mad at Ospreay.
About this promo?
No, about him talking.
Oh, about the
WWE.
He's not a fan of WWE. Okay.
It's a lot of people who is upset at him, bro. And some people saying that, you know, you got a pay-per-view coming up, Double or Nothing. But instead of talking about the Double or Nothing pay-per-view and putting yourselves over, you're low-key putting over WWE. And I'm like, they asked him the question. They asked him, what are your thoughts on WWE? So what do you want him to say? Like, no comment?
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Everyone's like, why is Will Ospreay talking about it? I was like, because he's asked about it, guys. Like, you got to understand, anytime an AEW guy is in a fucking... Even Seth Rollins gets asked about AEW all the fucking time. It's in an interview, and then people online are like, well, you just don't answer it and say move on. I was like, you can't do that in interviews, guys.
No.
You have to answer the questions.
This ain't a press conference.
I agree with you 100%, bro. Like, yeah. Next question. No, that makes you look even more salty. Just talk about the company, answer the question, move on.
And Will Ospreay does strike me as a very honest person. He sounds like a person that he will just tell you the truth, what it is, you know?
Yeah.
So, you know, but back to the shit, man. Ospreay fire promo, you know, he cooked Hangman. He cooked him. He said, while you was doing what you was doing and causing damage, I had to be the one to clean it up.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, wait a minute. He's right. Shit. So, Will Ospreay is definitely, they are positioning him to be the flag bearer of AEW. Like, without a doubt.
So is he willing to all in? All in?
It depends who he's fighting.
Jon Moxley, right? It's got to be Mox versus Will Ospreay, right?
You would think.
Yeah.
You would think.
I think some chicanery might happen at Double or Nothing with the Death Riders getting involved. And then it turns into a triple threat.
With who?
For All In. For All In Texas. So it'll be Hangman, Will Ospreay, Jon Moxley. All In main events. And I'm here for it.
All right. Shit. Damn, you know what? That did cross my mind. Like, what if this a draw? And they do.
Yeah. Because who do you see the crowd wanting more? Obviously, I think Will Ospreay a little bit more. Hangman a smidge less, bro. You think, where do you think it is? You think Hangman's above Will Ospreay right now?
I think it's split. I think it's 50-50 right now.
Like 50-50 on the dot.
Yeah, I think it's split.
Shit, bro.
I think it's split because, like, I'm putting myself in Tony's shoes. Like, if I was a booker, like, like, the obvious choice would be Ospreay, right? But then again,
if I'm Tony Khan, it's Ospreay all day, every day. It doesn't even cross my mind. I've had Hangman for how long? I've had him for how long?
True.
I'm good.
True.
Will Ospreay's that guy, bro. Listen to the crowd. That's what they say. Triple H says, listen to the crowd.
But don't
listen to the crowd. Who had the bigger pop, bro?
Ospreay had the bigger pop.
Yeah.
Ospreay had the bigger pop. So, but damn, Hangman, bro, he's consistently one of those dudes. He's like Hangman to AEW's pop is similar to who in WWE consistently gets like these
LA
crazy
Knight.
pops, but
LA Knight.
I did think that same thing too until I saw fucking SmackDown. I was like, ooh, they're not.
Yeah.
Watch SmackDown.
But before that, LA Knight. He's the guy that's like not there, but he's there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I put Hangman over LA Knight any day because Hangman actually been a world champion, not LA Knight.
Now, let me ask you this, bro. Let me ask you this. This is something I noticed. AEW didn't have a match until 23 minutes into the show.
Exactly.
That is very, very WWE-like, bro.
Exactly.
And that's the one thing AEW fans always say is not a thing. And it's happening now. How do you feel about it, bro? Because you were the sole AEW fan coming to this podcast. You turned me into an AEW fan. How does that make you feel? Does it make you feel good about where AEW is going, or does it make you feel bad about where AEW is going?
Neither. I'm kind of troubled by it because I don't want them to lose their identity. I don't want them to kind of sway what's working for WWE when we do the same thing too. So that's 2 weeks in a row they open Dynamite with promos.
Bro, usually it just starts with someone walking to the ring for a match.
Right.
This week we had promo, FTR coming to the announce table.
Yep.
We might have had another promo, and then I literally paused it when I heard the first ring, and it was just under 23 minutes. I was like, that's a quarter of our eighth of the goddamn show, bro.
Yeah.
That's an eighth of the show.
Yeah.
Just promos.
Again. Or is this their way of, is this their road to All In type of shit?
No shit, it's a quarter. My bad. My math's fucked up right now. Basically 25 minutes, 30 minutes is a quarter. So it's just under a quarter of the show. Yeah.
So is this their All In road to All In type of, get people more invested to these storylines and things about, so we're going to have these promos more, you know what I'm saying? Is that what it is? And during the off season from All In, that we go back to the regular just matches, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then it's All In time, I'm gonna say this. I think Tony kind of pivot a little bit how he's producing his wrestling shows because of All In. All In is where? It's in Texas. He's trying to sell more tickets for All In. He wants to get people more
for
involved.
The American crowd. There
you go. So maybe that's what it is. Who knows?
It makes it. I wasn't upset by it because I'm a huge WWE. Like, I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I mean, and like the 23 minute or the 23 minutes was a great 23 minutes.
Yeah, it was.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I wasn't upset about it. We had the Hangman, Will Ospreay, FTR, and the Harley Cameron, Anna Jade tits and ass promo.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, that was literally what I wrote. Like, boom, boom, boom. Nothing but promos. I mean, the first match was the Eliminator qualifying match for the 4-Ways Women's Championship match. That was the first match of the show. 23 minutes in.
Yeah. Crazy.
I don't want them to lose their identity. You know what? And speaking of identities, I heard JD from NY, the fucking screamer. He said, "Do you don't think WWE could put on matches like AEW?" I'm like, no.
I mean, if Penta and Phoenix and Chad Gable are in the match, yes. But other than that, probably not.
He said, you know why they don't put it on? Because they don't care about wrestling fans. They want the casual fans. And I told him, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, if I was a pro wrestling company, there is no way in hell that I would dedicate that much energy to gaining casual fans. Because one thing about casual fans, they come and go.
Yeah, that's true.
You need to stay true to your fan base.
That's true.
Who's always there for you and support you and give you revenue when you have good shows, bad shows, and everything in between. So to totally dedicate your program to grab casual fans, when casual fans are called casual fans for a reason, that don't make any sense to me.
Yeah,
you
like I'm a casual NBA fan. If I turn on TNT and the shit's like 100 to 102 with 4 minutes left, I'm like, ooh, let me watch the rest of this.
Right.
But I'm not gonna watch it in the first quarter. I'm not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying?
See,
and that's a casual fan.
Yeah, and
like you gotta.
I'm a casual baseball watcher. Like I really
Yeah.
don't watch baseball like that, but certain games, certain matchup my Braves play against, I'll tune in. But if I'm tuning in, it's gonna be like top of the eighth.
Yeah.
I'm not watching that whole damn baseball game. I'll be eating that motherfucking chair like this.
Yeah.
What
Hell yeah.
I'd be sleeping, bro. That's good. That is
Yeah.
a good nap sound. When you
Yeah.
ever notice that when you watch a baseball, because you don't watch baseball, so when you ever
Nope.
watching baseball and you just doze off and it's so peaceful.
You hear the crack of the bat and you're like, huh?
Yeah.
Huh? Huh?
Or when somebody hits a home run, the crowd pops. It's like, oh, what happened? What happened?
Yeah.
We won. But nah, bro. Tony Storm, Thunder Rosa, Penelope Ford, and Anna Jay.
This might have been the best Fatal 4-Way women's match I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah, bro. They all delivered. Even Thunder Rosa. You know I don't like Thunder Rosa. She delivered in this match, bro. She came off the top like, bro. It was nonstop action. Hated the finish because it was submission. Hated that shit. But other than that, great fucking match, bro.
We get your girl though. The Megasis come out.
The Megasis, bro. She comes out. She did what I said on WWE Review. I said, why don't they just interview in the fucking match and fucking try and win the match, bro? Try and get your girl the dub, bro.
That's exactly what she did, too. That's exactly.
And then your girl Harley Cameron came out and said, ah.
Bro, like, it does me good to see the women's division in AEW get more focus, more spotlight, and they got women that can bang. And because I told you, bro, it was times on Dynamite, bro, you will probably get one women's match, not even, and then maybe a promo. That's it. Now we might get two women's matches on Dynamite. A couple. I remember. Shit, I remember one.
If not more.
No, Collision is the show with a lot of women. Because I remember one time I was watching Collision. I'm like, damn, there's a lot of women like going on. Like, I have no problem with that because I like their talent. But I was like, damn, they're putting more emphasis on women's wrestling as they should because women's wrestling is hot right now. It's the hit thing right now. Like women's pro wrestling is the hottest it's ever been since they've been pro wrestling.
Yeah.
So Megan Bain, she's a superstar waiting to break through the ceiling. If anybody's going to beat Toni Storm for that title, other than Mercedes Moné, it's got to be Megan Bain, bro. Yeah. It's got to be Megan Bain.
I think it goes Toni Storm loses to Mercedes Moné, and then Megan Bain beats Mercedes Moné.
And you know what? Because Mercedes Moné hasn't lost, and she's so like the top tier. Can you imagine what they would do for Megan Bain's career if she pins Mercedes Moné's like
so
clean,
good, bro?
Clean,
so good, clean.
To the moon, to the moon.
Yeah,
shit.
Does Mercedes Moné and Toni Storm, if they are the main event at All In, do they main event? That's what I'm saying. Like, not if they're the main event. If it's Toni Storm versus Mercedes Moné, do they main event All In?
Not if Will Ospreay and Moxley and Hangman, that triple threat match that you say is things might happen. Not if that happens, bro. They will be the second one. They'll be the second to last.
I think Tony Khan's got an opportunity to make two women main event All In, bro. I think it is a smart marketing everything. I think he should do it.
No, I like that idea. I mean, shit. Think about it. Why not? Toni Storm has been not just a woman's wrestler. He's been your hottest wrestler on your program.
Hottest character in wrestling.
Yeah, period.
Hottest character.
And to follow that up with one of the most intriguing and up and coming characters in Megan Bain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So did you like their match at was it Dynasty?
Yeah. Or Revolution. Megan Bain versus Toni Storm.
Was it Revolution? I think it was
Dynasty. No, it was Dynasty. Yeah. It was Dynasty. Did
you like their match in Dynasty?
Oh, hell yeah. Okay. Hell yeah. It was so good.
I think they can do better though.
Yeah.
I think they can do better. I think when we see matches like that, I think they saving it. You know, they don't want to give away all the nooks and crannies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think they can do better. But I did like their match. But I would not be opposed to them being the main event to All In.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, why not?
Mercedes versus Toni Storm. All In.
That's main event. That's main event right there. That's big time. That's big time. Now, let's get into one of the hottest storylines in the game today, bro.
I know you're going.
The Hurt Syndicate and MJF.
Shout out Top Flight, y'all some bitches. Coming out trying to challenge these motherfuckers, bro. Stop.
Trampoline boys, yeah, they don't know what they doing, bro. I don't know what they doing, bro. Because they came out, I was like, what?
So the same night I watched Dynamite is the same night I'm on Twitter, and guess whose non-compete is up? Cedric Alexander.
Stop.
The same night. I want to say it was the same night. It might not have been the same night Dynamite premiered, but I'm watching it, and then I see Cedric's non-compete is up. And I'm like, this is leading to MJF and Cedric Alexander. MJF be posting on Twitter. I keep posting, look out for Cedric, bro. I keep being like, look out for Cedric. He's going to come. I think Cedric is going to be, and I think that's why they drug it on this long, bro. The reason they drug it on this long, I think they're going to finally, Bob's going to finally give him maybe a thumbs up, and then Cedric's going to come out. And it's going to be Cedric versus MJF, bro. That's just my theory, bro.
For the spot,
that's just my theory.
Spot in Hurt Syndicate.
Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty fucking good, bro.
Yeah.
There you go.
And it makes the most sense.
Bro, if that is the scenario, I'll be so fucking into that shit. I'm like, damn, this is good shit right here. You know what I'm saying? Because history was Cedric. Then you got MJF. You know what I'm saying? And it's, bro.
And everyone was hating on me. They're like, oh, well, Tony Khan treated Big Swole like shit, which is what you said.
Yeah.
But I was like, well, I listened to Chris Van Fleet podcast with Cedric Alexander on it, and he said he's 100% open to going to AEW. I was like, I think, yeah, you might have disrespected your wife, but like it's business. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sucks. It sucks.
How did he disrespect Big Swole? Because he wasn't using her?
Yeah, I don't know. There was something there where like he was so disrespectful to Big Swole.
Okay, so whoever said that shit, they need to be shot, all right? Because apparently they didn't watch AEW when Big Swole come out to no pop.
Yeah, and Cedric would come out to a huge pop.
Yeah. So, I mean, come on, bro.
Especially when MJF's in the ring, bro. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna
but my boy MJF coming out saying, hurt people. And Bob still gave him the and then he said, "We'll wait till next week." What's next week? The beach bat or what? Beach break. And then guess who's a free agent right now? Cedric Alexander, bro.
Bruh. We got some good shit. Oh shit, news
I
flash.
think if Cedric Alexander doesn't premiere next week, it's not happening. I don't think anytime soon. But I think he's premiering on Wednesday. Beach breaks.
Not unless MJF does get accepted into the Hurt Syndicate for a little bit. They do a little rendezvous. But then he starts doing things. Cedric appears on the scene and says, man, I need to watch out for this dude. But they're not listening to Cedric at first. You know what I'm saying? And it is, no, you got to trust us. You know, he's good and da-da-da. Watch out for this dude. And then he ends up being right. And MJF being the snake that he is, you know what I'm saying? That causes some friction. But do we really want the Hurt Syndicate to be faces right now?
Let me ask you this, though, bro. And I've been thinking about this. Did the Hurt Syndicate ruin the tag team division in AEW because they're so dominant, bro? Who do you see beating them right now? And the reason they're not in any storyline with any other tag team, they're in a storyline with MJF, is because they're so unfucking beatable right now, bro. Did they ruin the tag team division in AEW?
I don't think they ruined the tag division. I think they put the strap on the wrong person.
You think it shouldn't have been the Hurt Syndicate?
No, I think it should have been Shelton Benjamin and MVP.
Okay.
Instead
so
of
they
Bobby
seem
Lashley.
beatable a little bit.
To make it more believable that because Bobby Lashley with Shelton, that's just like a formidable duel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think they put the wrong strap on him, and maybe that's because MVP said, I ain't wrestling full time. Don't try me. You know what I'm saying? I'll do one match here and there, but that's it. But if there's anybody who can get the Hurt Syndicate, it's your boys. It's your boys. It's your boys.
Bro. Oh, dude, I would love it so much, bro. I would love it so much.
Young Bucks will get them. I think they can get them. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised, and I can see this shit, if a team like the Outrunners pin these motherfuckers on a roll-up pin or some shit and just jump out the ring and they're the fucking champions. The
Outrunners too buried right now, bro.
Bro,
They're too buried.
What, bro? That shit hurt my heart, bro.
Yeah, I know it hurt your heart, bro. I know it hurt your heart.
Hot as hot fire, bro. And these motherfuckers was selling number 2 merch in the company, and now they just.
Maybe it's because the Young Bucks were coming back, baby. I'm telling y'all right now, the Young Bucks are the best tag team in the world right now. And it's not even close. And I would say second right now is the Street Profits. But other than that, it is the Young Bucks. And it's not even close. Go watch their fucking matches, including this 4-on-4 match, which was unfucking believable, bro. One of the best matches I think I've seen in AEW since I started watching AEW, bro. It was unbelievable. I don't care what any of y'all say. Yeah. The Young Bucks are it, bro. And how old are they? They're old. They're Cody Rhodes' age, bro. Yeah. They're up there. Yeah. But they are the best tag team in the world right now. That's true. I'm trying to think of someone to say, but I can't think of another tag team. Say one team that's bad. I said there's the Young Bucks, Street Profits. And I love the Street Profits. I can't think of a team, bro. Bobby Lashley and fucking Benjamin Shelton. Benjamin Shelton, bro. I saw that shit, bro. I was like, what? Hogan, bro. You know what? How close would you put them to the Young Bucks? Because the Young Bucks, they're a real tag team. Like a real, they're not two individuals put together. They're a real tag team. Because in the past, in the WWE, the tag team champions in the Hurt Business was Cedric and Shelton. Yeah. And I don't think you could ever separate the Young Bucks. I know I say that, but then the Hardy Boys separated, and we got Jeff Hardy's huge run. Matt Hardy had runs in other division or other companies, but like the Young Bucks, I cannot see them ever being on a single run ever. And that's why I think they're just the best tag. Dude, they're so entertaining, bro. Yeah, they are. Shit's off the charts, bro. They are. I like I said, bro, like I can't dispute what you're saying because it's true. You know, they are a good fucking tag team. And they are very entertaining to watch in the ring. Very. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I told you before, bro, All In, Cody Rhodes was on this card too. All In 2022, Lucha Bros versus Young Bucks in steel cage match for the AEW tag team. That shit was fucking fire as fuck, man. Fire. Now, after this segment, we go into a little teaser. We get the Young Bucks and Okada, and guess who's in the fucking EVP's locker room? The Death Riders. So we'll see. Interesting. We'll see. Interesting. We'll see. All right. Now, I heard people online bitching, griping, complaining about this next fucking match, which is Nick Wayne versus Rhino. They said WWE debut wins. He went to TNA debut, wins. AEW debut, loses. Good. He old as shit. Exactly. I was going to say, do you know the difference in between that timeline? It's time. Yeah. It was Rhino's hometown, though, Detroit, I guess. So people were mad about that. The crowd was behind Rhino. I don't give two fucks. But Nick Wayne is my ROH fucking pure champion. TV champion. Yeah. Why in the hell would I put Rhino over an up-and-coming star like a fucking Nick Wayne? Yeah. Makes no sense. 0 cents. None. 0 cents. But people bitching because Rhino, they act like Rhino's that guy, bro. Come on, Rhino was like a footnote in pro wrestling history. People act like they bought a Rhino shirt in the last 10 years, bro. Stop. You know what? I'm gonna start checking motherfuckers on that shit. So they start going with these wrestlers like, so how much of their merch do you have? Yeah. Hands down. Shit, man. So Nick Wayne and Rhino. Nick Wayne. Good match. They're just building for Christian Nick Wayne. That's all they're doing right now. Are we getting double or nothing or all in? I'm assuming all in. Yeah. That's an all in match. That is an all in match, bro. And I guarantee 100%. But how do you feel? Maybe it might be double or nothing because the all in match might be Christian Cope versus FTR. And that's the word on the street. You know what I'm saying? So maybe you do have Nick Wayne versus Christian at Double or Nothing, and then you build towards All In with Cope and Christian.
This how if I was a booker, this is how I make the turn happen. Nick Wayne. And this is a way how to make Christian face. Nick Wayne, them boys in the ring, they're doing the little thing. He getting tired of the shit. And he hits Christian from behind. Starts beating the shit out of him. Guess who comes and help him? No. What's the damn?
Kill switch?
I was gonna get to that, like
it's like
kill switch is gonna. So picture this: Nick Wayne turns on Christian. In the ring, you got Mama Wayne, and you got man, what's the boy's name?
The blonde hair fuck. We'll just call him that for right now.
The blonde hair.
The blonde hair motherfucker. I get it.
Kip Saban.
Kip Saban. There you go. Saban.
And he joins in on beating down fucking Christian, right? So now you got Kip Saban and you have Nick Wayne beating down Christian, right? Mama Wayne in the ring just watching. All of a sudden you hear the kill switch theme music out of nowhere. From out of a whole year he's done. He comes to the ring. They clear out the ring. They think they're gonna save. He's gonna save Christian. He only choke slams the shit out of Christian. Starts beating the shit out of him. So the whole patriarchy turn on Christian. It turns him face. Christian look. Right. Christian goes. He needs some help. Who he bumps into backstage? Cope. So, who knows? That's how I do it. You know what I'm saying? So or maybe Nick FTR helps Nick Wayne, and that's how they get into that shit. You know what I'm saying? But either way, I think this is going down a good path because it's time to break up the patriarchy. You know what I'm saying?
Nick Wayne joining FTR would be amazing.
You think so?
Yeah.
What kind of element do you think he can add to FTR that you think will be? Why you think it'll be?
Like if Cope comes back, Christian helps, but then FTR converts Nick Wayne to go against Christian. I think that would.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Because FTR put Cope on the show.
Yeah.
Boom. There we go.
Hell yeah.
But
let's get our boy. Wait, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, but one thing I don't want them to do, I don't want them to be this buddy, forget the past type shit. I want them to always be a fucking, I got my eye on you, I got my eye on you type shit. But we have to work together. The friend of my enemy is my friend. You know, the enemy of my friend is whatever that shit goes. You know what I mean?
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Right. That's what it goes. You know what I mean? And then guess what? While they're still like this, that is a team I feel like who can come and beat Hurt Syndicate. While they still this dysfunctional tag team, Cope and Christian, they somehow beat fucking Hurt Syndicate. Now they got the champions, bro. And then
there's only one.
And then those boys come and take it from them. And those boys take it from them.
The Young Bucks, bro. Let's get into my hot take this week.
Let's get it.
Okada and Kevin Knight, bro. Let's get into it. Do you think the reason they had Roosh attack Kevin Knight was to protect Okada from having a bad match against a healthy Kevin Knight, bro?
Yeah.
Because we was texting about this before the match started, bro. We was texting. We're like, we're so excited for this match. Let's see if Okada, because we posted the reel about Okada not being the Okada y'all talk about all the goddamn time. And then, god damn it, bro, I'm so excited for this match. And then here comes Roosh crippling the match. And then we don't get a real match between Okada and Kevin Knight because guess what? Kevin Knight would out wrestle the motherfuck out of this guy Okada right now.
Yep.
How do you feel, bro?
No, I agree. I definitely agree. Because
do you feel like that's why they booked it that way?
They had to. And I seen somebody comment under our post saying, "Oh, you guys obviously don't know Okada." No shit. Like, I didn't know who Okada was until he came to AEW.
I'm waiting for him to show up, bro. That's what I'm waiting for.
It's like, no, we don't know who he is, but we keep hearing how good he was in New Japan, but I haven't seen none of that shit. So you mean to tell me...
I keep hearing top 5 match of all time, him and Kenny Omega. I'm still waiting for a top fucking 200 match with Okada in AEW. You know what I'm saying? Like...
This motherfucker can't even get match of the week, bro.
Yeah. He can't even match of the fucking pay-per-view, bro. I'm still waiting on it, bro.
I am very underwhelmed by Okada, bro. I don't see it. Like, nah. His style, like we said, his style is perfect for the WWE. Like, I don't know what he's doing in AEW. He should have went to WWE.
Yeah. And apparently that wasn't his style. Apparently. I don't know.
Well, it is now.
I don't know. Yeah.
So, I don't know, bro. Like, I was like, what the Yeah.
This is all he does right here.
That's all
This is all he does every match.
And it says beach.
And bitch. Yeah. Bitch.
But
but it was still a very, very good match. Kevin Knight showed out yet again. Like, this dude is destined for, like, he's on top of the world, bro. Kevin Knight made the right decision to go to AEW, I feel like.
He did. If Tony Khan drops the ball with Kevin Knight, bro, I'm going to call for Tony Khan to be removed as booker for AEW. I mean, seriously, bro. You got to be some kind of klutz to drop the ball with a talent like fucking Kevin Knight.
Kevin Knight. Yeah.
Like, listen, Okada, if we're going to get Okada, I'm going to put pause for calls. If we're going to get an Okada and Kenny Omega 2 or 3, whatever, how many times they wrestle, match at All In, and if Okada doesn't show up, and I walk away from that match feeling like, what the fuck? Bro, we're going to flame like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
We're going to make another Okada post, and we're going to flame the shit out of him just to prove our last post was correct.
Hell yeah.
Because everybody was saying that we didn't know what he was talking about. No, we know what he was talking about. We doing the eye testing. We ain't seen shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I've not been like, damn, that was a great match. Like,
not one time from Okada.
Not one time.
Never.
Not one time.
So y'all give that up. Now.
Yeah. Do you know what turned me into a Buddy Matthews fan? I wanted him to beat Okada at that Grand Slam Australia because how sick I was of Okada.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what turned me into a Buddy Matthews fan. I was like, I really want this guy to win because I'm so sick of this guy.
Yeah. No, I believe it. I believe it because I wanted Buddy to get the title off of him.
Yeah.
But that ain't happened. So they want this dream match. This again.
This unification.
So I'm still boggled. Like, are they really gonna unify these titles and really call it the Intercontinental Championship, bro, in AEW?
We don't know, bro. We don't know.
They're gonna get hit with fucking copyright papers faster than their head can span, bro, by WWE, bro. Nah. Here you go.
Shit. He said, no.
We get a Jamie Hayter interview, which leads to a brawl with Mercedes Moné attacking her from behind, bro.
Yeah.
They run. I do like this in wrestling when they do this shit. I do like it a lot when they do a backstage brawl, starts with an interview, and then they come out into the live audience. I like that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So but Moné ran to the back.
If Jamie Hayter wins, I'm pissed.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I guess because I've seen Hayter when she was the AEW Women's Champion. I've seen her grow organically. Like, she reminds me of the Outrunners, right? Yeah. Just all of a sudden, everybody got behind Jamie Hayter. She was hot, and she won the AEW championship and Women's Championship, and she was rocking motherfuckers in that division until she got hurt. So she's just coming back from her injury, and they had her out for a year. Her injury. Yeah. So she's trying to get her bearings back, but I just hate that she lost her sting, bro. Because she was fire. She was on fire. Jamie Hayter, you know what I'm saying? She was on fire. Yeah.
That's what they say. You can't get injured. You lose
your
all
spot.
momentum, man.
Lose your spot.
Yeah.
But again, I think it's going to be a good match. I know it's going to be a damn good match between Mercedes and Hayter. It's going to be a damn good match. Let's talk about a little bit of the one of the backstage promos of MJF and Will Ospreay.
Ooh. On another level.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Listen, MJF, Will Ospreay. I don't think we've seen the last of that shit.
No, bro. That's the future of the company,
That's the future of the company right there.
Yeah.
Will Ospreay, MJF. Now, let's just say, what if MJF joins the Hurt Syndicate, the Hurt Syndicate uphold their side of the bargain and help MJF get in the title picture? MJF somehow, some way.
After All In?
No.
After All In?
This is before All In. In between these time periods. Somehow.
So we get MJF, Will Ospreay at All In
for the title.
I think that would be the best for business.
Yeah, definitely best for business. Other
Bro,
than
that makes so much sense, bro. If you can get the title off Mox between Double or Nothing, or fucking have it at Double or Nothing, bro.
right, but
Bro, that makes so much sense. And have MJF and Will Ospreay as your headline at All In,
yeah,
and have Will Ospreay win.
yeah,
That's the best for business.
that's
bro.
good for business.
That's as good as business gets.
The only match, there's only 2 more matches I can think that would be great for business, and one of them is your boy Swerve versus Ospreay, and me, Kenny Omega versus Ospreay. For the you don't like that? You don't like that shit, bro?
No, not Kenny. He's good on the Continental. He's good.
Damn,
He's good.
bro.
He's good.
That hurts me because it's like you missed. You probably You probably have not witnessed one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, bro.
Honestly, with how much Twitter hate this man getting, Ricochet deserves to be in some fucking gold contention at All In, bro.
Give him the TNT title.
Yeah, give him something.
Give him
bro.
TNT
He
title.
deserves something, bro. Because no matter what belt he wins, people are going to be watching because people hate Ricochet right now.
I would like to see at All In Ricochet versus Adam Cole, and Ricochet go over.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm down for that. I'm down for that, bro.
But don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if they put on the banger, because Adam Cole, he may not look the part, but that motherfucker can go.
Yeah,
because he put on some great match. Him and MJF put on a great match All In a couple years back.
Yeah, I would like Ricochet versus Takeshita at All In. That's what I want.
That would be crazy work right there. Let me ask you this. Don't you think it's time for Takeshita to become face? I think he needs to be a face now.
I told you weeks ago. I said he needs to leave the Don Callis family. He don't need them no more. He's gone. It's like Dirty Dom in WWE is Takeshita in AEW.
Dirty Dom
doesn't need the fraction no more. I don't need the fraction no more. I'm good. I'm out. You know what I'm saying?
Get him.
Yeah.
Get him, man.
That's what I think.
I totally agree. Now, do you want to go into a little bit about that 4-way match that we just was fucking?
Bro, it was classic, bro. It was the best 4-way match I've ever seen.
It just was a great match, bro. Great ending.
Yeah.
You didn't like the ending?
No, because of Swerve getting pinned. I didn't like it. I
like that Swerve got pinned.
Yeah.
It shows Swerve still discombobulated. It shows that Swerve hasn't really got back on his track yet. He's in limbo right now. So it's like, what's going on with Swerve? Like, what is he going to do? Is he going to go left? Or he's going to go right? Which one is he going to do? Or he's going to go straight? Which one is it? You know? So
I just don't get his rivalry right now with the Young Bucks, because it makes no sense, because he's a single versus tag in a rivalry. That makes no sense to me.
What do they call? He's an innocent bystander that got caught in the crossfires. Okay. It would have been any other person wrestling Moxley at that time, they would probably got the same thing. But it was Swerve. So now Swerve is in it with them. You know what I mean? So I'm interested to see where they're gonna go with this. Like, what is next move with Swerve and the Young Bucks or the Elite?
Yeah.
Or the Elite. Could we possibly get a Swerve and Okada match, because he is part of the Elite?
Maybe Swerve would out wrestle him again. You know,
hell yeah.
We all know.
Hell yeah, by far, bro, by far. But great production, bro. Those camera angles, bro. The one shot over Buff. I kind of wish WWE would do that, like that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, that shit is fucking fire. Lots of high spots. Love it. Gotta love it. And you know, Ricochet with Bucks. You know, they have the fucking celebration with the fucking hair. That shit is hilarious as fuck. Using their hair as his hair. Crazy work on that. But other than that, bro, we go to the main event. Joe versus Claudio Castagnoli.
And we all know who's winning this motherfucker.
And it's sad.
Samoa Joe.
That's sad.
That's what I hate. That's what I hate sometimes about main events, bro.
Like,
before like you're setting up, you're going against a lackey. We already know you're winning, bro. We already know you're winning.
They need to do something with Claudio, bro, because he's no lackey. He is
so talented.
Very talented.
So talented.
But he's losing all the damn matches.
Yep.
They need to do something with him.
He's the one that loses before Jon Moxley wins.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
But this match was good. This was I got the match I expected to see between Joe and Claudio.
Yeah.
Perfect.
We get Hobbs come out, like Death Riders are coming out to fuck up Samoa Joe, and then they end up just fucking up Claudio the whole time.
Right. Crazy, man. Crazy. I don't know. It was a good main event. Great shit.
What chance do you give Samoa Joe winning the belt at Beach Brawl in the cage match? I give it a 2% chance he wins out of 100, obviously, because it's professional wrestling. You never know,
right.
But 2% chance.
The only thing is, if Joe wins, then what? Like, that's the only thing I'm just
exactly.
Does Moxley get a rematch, or is that when MJF kind of slithers his way into the title picture right there? Is that the way how he gets in?
There's a lot of limbo because you got Hangman and Ospreay over here, Samoa Joe and Moxley over here, and none of their fucking stories make sense to go together.
Right.
And we have Double or Nothing, and then All In Texas. So they need to figure something the fuck out. Is what we're saying.
They really do.
Yeah.
Tie up these fucking loose ends already. That's what it feels like. Yeah. It's a bunch of shit.
Because Ospreay really hasn't tangled with Death Riders at all.
None.
And neither is Hangman, right?
And they teased it months ago when they had the Continental Classic. He told him, let me get done with this tournament and I can focus on the Death Riders. You know what I'm saying? And you expect him being the flag bearer for AEW, that he will be the one to step up to the forefront to somebody who's trying to kill AEW. But he hasn't even ran a promo against the Death Riders.
Nothing at all, bro. Crazy.
You know what I think? I think your boys get involved, bro, with Ospreay and Hangman, the Young Bucks.
Oh yeah,
you wanna know why?
That'd be awesome, bro. Because they're on the Death Rider side, kind of.
No, because Hangman is literally part of the Elite. You didn't know that, did you?
Back in the day, he was with them.
Back in the day, he was with them. And then when they turned heel, he was with them. That's why when they first came back, it was like, we sorry about that, Hangman. We was, what I'm saying? Like, what if the Young Bucks? Maybe that's how Will Ospreay gets tied into the Death Riders, because the Young Bucks are going to help Hangman win. Will Ospreay.
That makes sense.
Death Riders come out, boom, boom, boom. This is what that conversation they had in that locker room.
Yeah. That makes sense,
so
bro.
Who knows?
I want to know what the Shredding Papers was about, too, with the Young Bucks before they went away.
And, what's his name? Kenny Omega said it was OnlyFans account.
We'll see what it really was, bro. We'll see what it really was.
Yes, sir. But that's it for Dynamite, man. Great show.
That's it, y'all. AEW week recap, baby. You got anything else?
Nah, man. Just stay tuned. Watch, subscribe.
Subscribe on Spotify.
Shit, let me tell y'all something. If y'all ain't doing that, at least tell folks about us. Let them know.
Yeah.
Let your favorite wrestlers know that this is their favorite wrestlers wrestling podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit. We on the way up. We on the way up.
Yeah.
But till next
time. Shout out, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.
Damn it. Every fucking time.